Look at Drew's face.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Angie. Welcome to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time for the Challenge 37 Fantasy Drive. I am here with my good friend Charles Warren, my good friend Drew with Angelcake Entertainment. This is going to be so much fun. We did this for the first time last season. I am so excited to get ready to draft my team this season. Gentlemen, thank you all so much for coming over to Kiss My Cheeks and doing this with me. It makes the challenge so much fun. Did you all want to say hi real quick before we get started?
Sure.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? My name is Charles Warren. I'm Charles Warren online on YouTube, the Charles Warren on Instagram. And again, thanks, Angie, for having us. And happy birthday. Woo woo. Today
Yes,
is
happy
Thank
birthday.
Annie's
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
So show her some love.
Yes, thank you so much for having me back for this season. I think I'm the reigning winner for the women pick last season. I don't know how the points are, but I think it was like the sixth pick I did, or the fourth pick for the women, for getting Amber B. So happy, hoping I can replicate that same energy, and I hope lightning hits twice this season.
I hope so too. And I want to make a statement before we get started. And Drew, I think you're going to agree with me with this statement. I think you're going to agree very much. I would like to say that if you have not had a challenge fantasy win, your smack talk should be at a minimum.
I agree.
They're funny. If
A
y'all
minimum.
just go back and rewatch season 36, you'll see the team that was winning all season. So
It doesn't matter.
if we were getting points for daily challenge wins, I would have won last season. But
No, it doesn't
good job,
matter.
guys.
Drew won with Amber B and I won with CT. So we are the only ones who can really talk smack currently. Now, at the end of 37, if you happen to win something this season, then for 38, you can go ahead with all of your talking. But I think that should just be a rule. You have to be a winner to talk smack. I think so.
Next.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining us for this draft. We love doing drafts. I play fantasy football, and drafting is the favorite part of the fantasy experience to me. We're gonna do things different this year since there's no skulls this season. We have a point system. We're doing points for if you win a daily challenge, points if you can lead a vote flip, negative points if you throw a challenge, negative points if you chicken out of a challenge. You get a point if you win elimination. You get a point if you have good confessionals. You get a point if you start making out or fighting in the house. And of course, you get points for making it to the final and winning the challenge.
The goal.
So ultimately, you could pick someone who's not the winner of the challenge, but based on our point system, you still could be the winner of the season for fantasy. It could happen. I have a spreadsheet that when we throughout the season, it won't be every week, but throughout the season, myself, Charles, and Drew get together and we talk about, the episodes and we talk about our point system and we brag about who's in the lead or whatever. So you will see the spreadsheet with the point season as the season begins.
Progress. Mm.
Okay, progresses. Okay. So you already get started. We're gonna start with the men because the men seem to be the most exciting this season. So we're gonna start drafting with the men. The draft order is Charles is first. I already know who gonna pick. He was all on Twitter telling his first pick. I'm second and Drew is third. I pulled names out of a hat to keep it fair. So
And
Charles,
then it
what's
comes back up. It comes back up. So then Drew, then Angie, and then me.
yeah, what do we call that? The snake. We're
Snake.
gonna
Snake.
snake it. So go ahead and tell us who your first pick is.
Okay, so
I'm
with
already
the
gonna write
number
it on my paper.
with the number one pick in the draft, if LeBron's on the court, you always pick LeBron. So I'm going to go with the vet CT for this season. I had to learn from my mistake of last season. When I saw CT in the final last season, it didn't matter which girl he was with. that girl was going to win as well. So the real MVP is CT, my number one pick for the men.
Okay.
And if you follow Charles on Twitter, you knew that was his number one pick.
Yes.
Like weeks ago, he texted me, it's like, just so you'll know, I'm taking CT. Like, okay.
Once he knew the draft order, he was
Yeah,
all
once he
for
knew
it.
the draft order. Hey, that's a great pick. I won with CT last year, so I can't hate on that pick. CT is a challenge beast. Of all the returning vets, he is the best returning vet to me. So great first pick.
Where's he on your list for y'all two?
He was my first pick. I mean, but I don't have the first pick. I'm number two. But on my list, he was
He's
number
number one.
one. Mm-hmm.
He was my second pick, and I think that he is coming in looking very strong. He's looking like he turned back time with this bod that he has right here, and he's being featured so much in a lot of the trailers and promos, and he's on the poster and everything. So I mean, I think that's a good pick because he's for sure going to be around for a while. I just don't know if we're going to see him get turned on at some point before the final, because I think you can't make the same mistake twice. Like, you got to throw him into the elimination before it's too late, kind of thing. That's how I'm thinking. That's how I'm thinking.
I agree. You have to. I agree with this comment right here. Chasing. I'm not gonna say names because I don't want to mess up nobody's name. But I don't know if CT will win again. But I feel like they're gonna throw him into elimination, especially since it's not a skull twist. You can just keep throwing him in until someone takes him out. So,
We shall see.
but
Number two
if
pick.
he does win again, it will be insane. I will agree with that. Okay, let's go over to number two. I have the number two pick. I'm going with Corey, not Corey L, but the Corey of I call him the Homeboys Alliance. I can't think of the name of the alliance. But I feel like it's time for Corey to win a challenge. He's a seasoned vet. In those eliminations last season, he showed me that he was a beast. He came in second last season. I know he's training. I know he's ready for this season. I don't think anyone wants to go in elimination against him. So I'm going to go with Corey for the number two pick.
Really strong pick. He was my third on my list. He made it to back-to-back finals, getting third in Total Madness, getting second last season. He keeps on playing the game a little bit better strategically and socially, I feel. And it's just like, if he keeps making it to a finals, it's got to hit one at one point, at some point. So I feel like he's in a good position coming into this season.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think he's a great pick. I think he's definitely going to get to the final, knowing how the house is going to work at the beginning, how it's going to just be newbies going against each other repeatedly at the beginning. I feel like Corey will be able to get his way to the end, but depending on which female house guest he has as his partner, I don't know if he'll get daily wins. So that's the only.
That's true. And I've seen so many lists of who the partners could be, and some of the lists weren't the same. So I don't know what to believe about the partnering at the beginning of the season.
But he's my number two pick. He's my number two overall. Yeah.
Okay.
Really solid so far. But you guys left my number one pick still up here, and that's going to be Nelson Scuba Nelly. I'm excited for Nelson. Whoever, like, I've done all these breakdowns. He is in the trailer a ton. He's in the super trailer a ton. He was on the live aftermath. He's the biggest person on the poster. And he's getting a lot of the one-liners, like the let's stab him in the back kind of thing, which maybe he's going to go after Fessy a little bit earlier than, because of all the vets are like, oh, we'll gather together. We'll band together because we're so outnumbered from the rookies. I just think he's going to have a renaissance this season, and I'm ready for 00 Nelly, Scuba Nelly coming in and making a splash this season.
A great pick, because Nelson's number three. He's number 3 on my list. So we've taken my top 3 already. I think you will definitely get kissing points because he's going to kiss two different women in the house. So we know that. We know
Yes,
he's going to get
you got
kissing
2 points
points.
there.
But I do think he's going to get the Big T story arc of the season. It's probably be his first final, and he'll get the Big T edit from last season.
First
So
final. He's been in finals before.
he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invasion. Came in second behind CT like by 2 minutes. Like he's been there. He's
Well,
been there
maybe
before.
maybe he'll win something, but hopefully not over CT. So yeah, I think that was a great pick. He was number 3 overall for me.
Nelson was number 5 for me.
Hmm.
I like Nelson. He's a solid player. If it would have came back around to me, I would have took Nelson. But I don't see him top tier. It's just he always has like a oops, like a whoa, a duh moment of the season. Like, but I like Nelson. I love what he did that season for Corey when he went into elimination for him and unfortunately
Mhm.
got sent home in that hall brawl. So I do always root for Nelson. So great pick. So we making it back up. Who's number 4, Drew?
Oh man, I wanted to stick to the veterans in the beginning because of everybody talking about Veterans Alliance early on. But I
Mm-hmm.
do have some rookies snaking up in my picks, but I'm just gonna like hold back a little bit, and I'm gonna go with somebody else that was in the live aftermath, and I think something in some cryptic words that he was using made me feel like he at least does something interesting this season. Maybe he goes a little bit far, maybe farther than last season since it's like the same episodes, same amount of episodes. And I'm going to go with Devin. He talked about switching up his strategy. He seems like he's in good with the Big Brother Alliance, at least with Josh. And he said something to the fact that he feels like he changed up his strategy and it worked out well for him this season. So I think that could be a good omen if that was depending on what he meant by it worked out well for him. So I'm going to go with Devin.
Devin was number 14 on my piece of paper. So you were in no risk of me snatching up Devin. Um, I think Devin will go further this season, and he does have creative strategies, but I only see Devin there to get points for starting arguments and maybe leading a vote or something like that. But I don't trust him in the daily challenges.
That's very, very fair. That's very fair.
Where did you have
So
Devin Charles?
I had Devin at number 10, but I do have a star beside his name because if it would have came back 2 more times, I would have picked him. Um, I think I saw the same clip that you saw, and this is something that I hate about the preseason trailers
Hmm.
and interviews and the aftermath and all that stuff. They were giving away way too much information, and it really made me change my order several times over the like
Yes.
last 2 days because they basically telling some of our favorites are going home early, but I ain't gonna spoil nothing. So y'all
Yeah, don't
can
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No
Okay.
spoilers.
no
It's my turn
spoilers.
again. And I want to pick up this comment because I can't believe this person is still on the list for my turn. They say you all are snatching up the vets. Have some faith in the rookies. And I honestly feel like this is going to be a rookie heavy season. I cannot believe Logan is still on board. I'm gonna snatch up Logan. One, he looks amazing. He looks strong. He looks like he's gonna kill these daily challenges. And he was actually number 4 on my list. So I can't believe
Mine
it
too.
perfectly worked back out for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and snatch Logan off of the board. Thank you so much.
That's a
Yeah,
great pick.
he's number 4 on mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 for me, but he looks really strong, and if he would have came back this way, I would have definitely got him.
Oh, let's address this really quick. Someone says, is Amber and Ed on the draft? The way that we're
Nope.
drafting, since it's 34 contestants, we're each getting 5 guys, 5 girls on our teams. There will be, I guess, 4 people left in a pool where if someone gets DQ'd or injured, we can pick from them. We know Amber and Ed they will be coming in to replace someone. So if you draft the person that goes out and Amber or Ed comes in to replace them, you have first choice of picking up Amber or Ed. But if not, we aren't going to draft them because they aren't an original cast member. We know they're replacements. So that's what's up with Amber and Ed. And I think we can guess who Amber's going to be replacing, but I have no clue who Ed is going to replace. So that'll
Yeah,
be a
same.
surprise for us in the draft.
It's really weird that they were putting Ed so full front and center in so many shots when it's like he's gonna get in
Right.
as a replacement. Like it's either gonna happen very soon where they're just like, we don't care. Like somebody's gonna go out and they're just gonna bring him back in, or some. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. Sorry.
Yeah, so
the super
you
trailer,
won't see
they was
Amber
telling too
or
much.
Ed drafted, but they will end up on someone's team because we know they're replacements. Anyone want to say anything else about Logan before we get? I believe it's Charles's pick next.
He's hot. He's a model. Whoa. But yeah, he was number 4 on my list.
And he got runner up on Survivor and stuff. So I mean, he's a good, strong strategy, good, strong player, and a great strategy to pick him up this early.
When it comes to the Survivor people, he doesn't seem interested in having a Survivor alliance. So I don't think he's actually going to do too well when it comes to the group think and working as a team. So I don't see him in the final, but he's hot.
We shall see. We shall see. What do you have next, Charles? Who are you picking?
Okay, so this is my first double pick. My next pick will be the guy I picked number 1 last season.
I don't
Fessy.
remember. Oh, okay.
Fessy is my pick. He fell at number 5 on my list, right beneath Logan. So it's literally going in order so far. Fessy, Super Trailer is letting me know that he might be replaced by Ed because he's getting in the altercation with Josh. So this may be me picking up Ed. Who knows? But Fessy is a great competitor. He's strong. He's good on dailies. Yeah, that's my guy.
Okay, I agree. Fessy after the Super Trailer, Fessy dropped for me once I saw that punch, and Drew broke down that he actually accidentally slapped a camera guy or security. We know Fessy is eventually going to be out whenever that fight happens, so I didn't want to chance it.
But he's
I
getting
didn't want to
kissing
chance
points.
it.
He's going to kiss Amanda, so I'll get a
He's
point
going to get
there.
kissing points. I'm sure he's going to get some dailies because he can go home at the very end of the season. We don't know when that fight happens, so he's going to rack up some points. But I don't see him being in the final.
Yeah, I think this is a solid pick for fighting and getting some makeout points too. I mean, we see him being yelled at by Amber saying, how can you not see this is a blind side type of thing? He is going to get into a conversation with Nelson, if we're going to count that, about everything that's happening last season coming into this season. So depending on when he gets taken out of this game for what I think is like 30-30 Nelson pushing Derek in the face, I mean, it could result in some good points, good collection of points before he's heading out the door for Charles for drafting him.
I agree. That's a great pick for points.
All right, so my next pick, coming back down the snake, is Emmanuel.
Dagnabbit.
He was next on my list.
He's number 6 on my list, next up. So it's going straight down. And yeah, I'm proud to have him. The cast seems to be impressed by his, I guess, performance this season. So hopefully I'll get some points there.
Okay. Yeah, he's really solid. He was the highest ranked rookie that I have up on my list from seeing him a lot in the trailer. It looks like he gets a smooch from Michelle. He gets handsy with Tori. Looks like he's partnered up with Casey at one point during the season, which I feel like could be a good omen for some wins. And he got his own questions and everything directed towards him in the live aftermath. So he's getting picked out of the group and being shined a light on. So it's for some reason. So it's a very good, very strong pick. I had him at number 6.
Me too.
Me as well. 6. I think he was a great number 6. Gosh, now I don't know where to go because my 7, 8, and 9, 7, 8, and 9 are like, two of them are big, like Fessy CT types, who I think could dominate some challenges. And one of them is a vet who you can't really sleep on. I think I'm gonna stick with part of the strategy I said last year, where I'm gonna take experience over
Mhm.
the
Okay.
rookie, and I'm gonna jump down my list a little bit and pick Kyle. I'm gonna go with Kyle.
Whoa, that's a big jump. Hold on. Wait.
Kyle is good at those daily challenges. If he has a good partner, if Kyle has a good partner, he can do good things on these daily challenges. So you know he's
True.
gonna make out with somebody there. You know he's gonna jump into an argument or two. Kyle, I think that's a good.
Drew, what are your thoughts?
I don't think he's gonna be making out with anybody because
No,
he has a baby on the way with his girlfriend at the moment. So I think he came into the house already expecting. So I don't think he's gonna get makeout points, but I do think he's going to get like stirring the pot a lot points if we are gonna count some of those. Like if he starts some fights and lights some of the tinder underneath there. I think it's a solid pick if the vets are going to stick with each other for a while. I mean, not Nelson, but Kyle got second in Total Madness, 35, and then he got right before the finals, he got sent into a hall brawl because he just looked too tantalizing compared to the other guys left in the house at the time. So I think if he gets a good partner, strings along a good social game, I think he could go far. I don't know if he can make it into the finals. Like we were talking about, these guys are stacked in this season. He's going to need a lot of protection.
And the way he
yeah,
was talking, when he was talking about, there's like the Meet the Rookies video or whatever, their impressions, and he was talking about, oh my God, they're gods. They're so big. I'm afraid. I was like, oh, I'm not picking him. I'm not picking him. Oh no.
that's the bad part of being so busy this week. I didn't watch that video, and I had no clue he had a girlfriend and a baby on the way. That might have changed my opinion. I thought he was going to get some makeout points for me, but okay.
Yeah, he hasn't been a heartthrob since like Cara and Paulie days. So, um, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see if my other two picks are still around after Drew's double pick. Who do you have next, Drew?
All right. I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go with my number 8 pick because all the first 7 are gone right now, and I'm gonna go with my number 7 pick, which is gonna be Jeremiah, the rookie from Love Island, US. I'll be honest, I didn't see too much of him in the original trailer, so I was worried about him. Then in some of the promos, he was getting a lot more screen time, and then we see him in the super trailer a good amount. And then Nelson was talking about him about maybe joining TYB. I just, after watching the super trailer and seeing how physical he is, and seeing him in some of the challenges throughout the season, I felt a little bit better picking him. And I think he's good right in the middle as a middle pick right here. So I'm going to pick Jeremiah.
I like Jeremiah. He was on my list after Kyle, so I was hoping I could slip back down to him, but you picked him. But I think that's a great pick. I think he's going to be great to look at. I don't remember if he's going to have any hookups this season. I can't imagine why not, but I think he's going to be a good competitor. We know he's going to flip partners based on the super trailer.
Also, he makes out with Amber at some point.
Oh, he
So
does.
smooch
Okay.
points.
What did you
I
have,
think
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah's hot. Um,
That's it.
but I had him at number 15.
Oh my
If you
God.
watching the clips, every vet that spoke about him said he may not ever be good at the challenge. Everybody said that about him, that he just might not be good at the challenge.
What
So
video did you see that in?
Meet the
Nelson said it
Rookies.
about him. Um, Ashley said it about him. Everybody was saying that he might just not be cut out for the challenge. So I wasn't going to pick him at all.
I'll be honest. CT said he was a good kid, and then Ashley comes up right behind him and says, "Oh, he's not going to be good at the challenge." And I'm like, I think maybe his rookie season he'll be like too kind and too nice and want to prove like a lot of the people wrong. And then that's not how the challenge is. It's not about always going out there winning everything. There's some actual strategy that goes behind it. And he came from Love Island, which doesn't have strategy to it. It's just a dating show. So I think if he can get some reoccurring seasons under his belt, maybe he can learn some of the ropes a little bit. But maybe not this season. I don't know.
Number 15 for me.
Okay.
Gosh.
Who do you have next, Drew?
I'm going to skip my number 9 pick and go to my number 10 pick. And I'm going to pick, and it's mainly solo for fight points. And this is going to be Josh. I'm picking Josh.
Whoa. Drew,
Never.
you keep picking people way at the bottom of my list.
Right. Never would I ever. Josh would have been in the fan pool for me.
I'm picking Josh. If the Big Brother Alliance and the CBS Alliance is strong, there's no skulls, so he's not like itching to go into elimination early at any point. I'm hoping he can make it far with his connections. He may not win a daily challenge, but he could get into a lot of fights on his way. And then Devin and him riling each other up and yelling at everybody within the house. Sign me up for those points.
Yeah, he'll get fight points.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get the annoying fight points. But you all remember my name from last season. I would have never, ever picked Josh.
I'm banking a lot on this veteran alliance. I'm not gonna lie. I'm banking a lot on this veteran alliance that they keep talking about.
Me too.
But didn't they say in the super trailer that the veteran alliance was going to break and they were going to turn against each other?
There's baggage. They
have to eventually. Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, there's a lot of baggage there, but
we'll see. Well, that makes me want to rethink my next pick because I believe it's only one bet left, and I really want to go with a strong looking rookie. Gosh, you all talking about this Veterans Alliance just made it really hard. And I feel like the people in the chat are also encouraging this pick. So I'm going to trust. I'm going to go with Nam. He's the last vet on the board. Lolo isn't there, so he doesn't have to deal with her craziness. So
no gaslighting. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to go with Nam.
Oh gosh.
And you all in the chat were talking him up. You keep saying don't sleep on Nam. This isn't even the only person who said it. This is just the last person who said it in the chat. So I'm going to bank on that. And okay, I reached down to number 11 for Nam. Hopefully number 7 and 8 will still be there after Charles, but we'll see. Where did you all have Nam?
Number 12 for me. I think
yeah, me too.
He was right below Kyle. So like below Kyle, above Josh. He has potential, but I don't know if he has like the sneaky slyness that we need in someone to get to the end. He doesn't have that Wes or that Bananas or that Devin even type thing where you can sneak your way through to get to the end. He's just there to, like his gym class. He's just there for the competition.
Now the chat wants to say something. After I already picked. I hope he doesn't get DQ'd, but it's all the way now.
I mean, I pray that Nam is getting like an Amber type edit in like the super trailer and stuff, because he does seem like a really nice guy, a sweet guy that doesn't get into the drama a lot. So maybe he isn't like this tour de force, like being shown because he isn't like this big personality. He's like big in size and big in like being kind to each other and just wants to compete. And I really hope that he can actually compete this season because last season I thought he just got the worst. I think he got one of the worst seasons ever last season, with Lolo being his partner and then having to DQ because of his back injury. Like, I just thought he was really put through the ringer, and I just really feel bad for him, and I really want him to do well this season. But I had him at number 12 as well.
Well, yeah. I'm such an antagonist. When people say, "Ooh, you're nice and cuddly," I'm like,
Well,
"Ha
I had
ha,
him
you're
at
fucking rude."
11, but I feel like if we're gonna bank on this Veterans Alliance and he's a vet, they're gonna pull him through, and Nam can win some daily challenges if he has a great partner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I
Lolo
think
that's
he
just
wants
was not a good partner for him.
I think he wants Gabo to be his partner because he's like seen a couple of times just talking to Gabo in the trailers and stuff. Like he just wants to hang out with him a lot, which I mean, they're both huge. Like they're ginormous men. So I'm all for it.
Okay, I think it's on Charles. It's now time for you to do your double pick. So who do you have first?
all right. My next pick is Gabo. Gabo was next up on my list. I had him at number 7.
Okay.
7, yep, right below Emmanuel. I think out of the rookies, him and my number 8, they're both jacked. They're like huge. So I feel if they needed to go one on one with a Corey or even a CT, they at least have a little bit of a chance. You know what I mean? So I'm taking Gabo with my next pick. What do you guys think?
I like Gabo. It was when I was sitting there debating from Nam, it was Nam or Gabo, and I betted on that veterans thing. So I let Gabo slide. I think he's a great pick. He looks like he can go up against any vet, no fear. No one's going to be scared. He's not going to be scared of anyone in any elimination if he goes in. So I
Mhm.
think that's a great pick.
Yeah, this dude is huge. I've seen some of his stuff on the MTV YouTube channel, and the man is a beast. And I think he could get some makeout points too, because he is definitely a ladies' man. So I could definitely see. I think that is a good pick, a good late round pick.
Agreed. Who do you have next, Charles?
Okay, so I'm going to skip my number 8 and go to number 9. Going with my gut. I have to dedicate this pick to the LGBT community, and I'm going to pick Corey.
I knew it.
'cause
I knew it.
I had to pick the LGBT black guy on my team. So yes, Corey Lay is on my team.
Oh, I was just getting ready to pick him. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. I just started following Corey. I call him Corey L. I don't remember his last name on
Lay.
Twitter about a week ago. And I love him on Twitter. And I was like, I'm going to pick him on my fantasy team if he's around because he looks amazing. And he just looks full of energy, like he's going to have a great time in the house, give us good TV. So I think that's a great pick. And I'm very angry you picked him.
Yeah, I have a number 9 on my list. I too followed him on Twitter. He's really just wanting to prove himself in the challenge. He says he's a longtime fan of the challenge, which is awesome in my opinion. And I'm happy that he got casted and brought onto the season. I would love to see what he can do. I see him in multiple challenges in this season. So yeah, it looks like he could maybe do something in the game. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. He was number 9 for me as well. Where was he for you, Angie?
Corey was always at number 12, and I was hoping like he would stick around for me to snatch him late, and you just snatched him right before I could snatch him. So.
Your turn.
But it's okay. This person is still there. He was I want to say number 8 for me. So since he's still there, I'm going to pick him, and I loved him on his season of, what did he do? Too Hot to Handle? Kels. He is super sexy, super jacked. He plays football, so he's not going to be scared of Fessy talking about he a D1 football player. I'm going to snatch Kels because everyone else that's left, I don't really have faith in. So
he was my number 8 as well. Him and Gabo, those were the 2 that I said were jacked. So it was, yeah, good pick.
Very good pick. I would have definitely picked him. I want to see what he can do. I want to see him become a regular because I'm not gonna lie, I hate Too Hot to Handle. But when I saw Kels, I was like, I want to see him on the challenge because you could just see the intensity when people were like losing money, and I was like, dude, please come to the challenge and like rip somebody's head off there. It's like legal in some of the eliminations. Like, let it happen. So I'm happy that he's going to be on the season, and he's talking about ripping people's heads off and wanting to
Yes.
kill people. So I'm
Like to
totally down
win.
for it. Yeah, I'm definitely down for it.
Okay, so Drew, you have the last pick of the three, and then the final two people go into the pool where we can pick if people get DQ.
All right. Yeah, we picked all 1 through 14 on my list. So I'm just gonna go to my 15th pick, and that's gonna be Tommy from Survivor. Yeah, I think he's looking good. I have him low on the list just because he wasn't featured much in the promos or the trailers much. So I was like really like hesitant on wanting to pick him. But he looks good. I mean, if he can like wiggle himself through to some of the far enough into the game, I think he could do something. I think he's partnered up with Big T at some points, and I'm totally down with that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tommy.
So on paper, because I also watched his season of Survivor, loved Survivor, and loved his game kind of. So on paper, I think he's actually one of the better rookies when it comes to like social game. But after watching the trailers and all that stuff, he dropped so far on my list.
Yeah.
Because the trailers really give away who the first several people are going to be to go home. And I think, to me, I believe that Tommy is going to be one of those first couple boots.
They are being shady in the comments. I don't mind a little bit of shade, but that's not right. Walmart West. That was a good one.
That is
I
really
like
good.
Tommy. I love Survivor. I loved his season of Survivor. Tommy just does. He gives me the challenge house might not be his environment. I think Tommy should have did maybe an all-star Survivor or something. I just don't see him vibing in that environment of the challenge of just making out, drinking, and competition.
Yeah.
I can see that. I really wish that Jay would have been able to stay on the cast because I feel like he
Yes.
would have been a good bridge for the Survivor
For
players.
the Survivor people.
But because they don't have like a representative that has been on the season, now everybody's going to look at like the bigger Survivor group, whether they're working all together, both US and international together, or if they're just going to be like, oh, we should just target them or whatever. It's like, I really wish that there was like Jay or Natalie who had done a season or two underneath their belt, that they could have bridged it and maybe have helped out in some way to help each other get farther. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll
That would have brought some drama too, because if you don't remember, Jay is the reason why Michaela got out on her season.
Yeah.
Jay's backstabbed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then Jay just back. Who did he back? I didn't call it a backstab last season, but he kind of pissed off. I want to say Corey and Fessy or Kyle. I forget. I sided with Jay that whole time last season, but so he's got bad blood on both sides. Like he has bad blood with the vets, and then we don't know if him and Michaela made up or not.
Right, but yeah.
But that leaves Huey and is it Brennan? Huey and Brennan are in the draft pool. If someone, you have to be not eliminated, but DQ'd, replaced, then we can go and pick Huey or Brennan. Okay, so let's just jump straight into the girls. For the girls,
ladies,
we have Drew is first, Charles is second, and I'm third. I didn't even remember that I was third, but okay.
You get the first double pick. You get the first double pick.
But it's only I'm more excited for the guys this season than the girls. And I feel like you two, I am confident that you two are going to pick number 1 and number 2 on my piece of paper. If you all don't, I'm going to jump up and do a cartwheel.
You never know.
I'm like,
we've watched a lot of the trailers in these videos, so you never know.
And I haven't. Okay. But okay, so Drew is first. Drew, who do you have first for the ladies?
Oh, this is tough, right? This is really tough. I'm I'm like juggling multiple, but it seems like there's a clear somebody to pick here, like strategic wise. And you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I'll pick Casey. I mean, she made it to 2 finals, her 2 seasons. Her leg injury looks fine in some of the running shots, and she is making out with Nani. She is in a lot of the trailer and stuff. So I guess I thought there was going to be some blowback from what happened last season at the end of last season with Fessy and her like colluding at the end to get partnered up with each other for the finals. But it just seems like everybody's fine with her. Like it just seems like the only person that got blowback was Fessy, and Casey's going to be fine. So I originally had her at number 2 because I didn't want to believe that she was just going to like go farther into the season. But after watching the super trailer and hearing the points of making out and stuff, then it's like, all right, fine. I'll just do it. Hopefully she does. She's not like furniture like she was the last 2 seasons.
See, I wish you would have went with your original number 1 pick. See, viewing audience, if you're new here, Casey has been my girl. She's been my girl. Even when they didn't believe in her, Casey has always been my girl. So I'm kind of brokenhearted over here because she was my number 1. Yes, she is. Without a doubt. Casey is the number 1 overall pick.
Of this list, Casey is the number 1 girl. She was number 1 on my paper. I don't see Casey touching the elimination floor this season. Who wants to go against Casey of any of these ladies? I don't see anyone. So I think Casey is a shoe-in for the final. I don't know if she can win it or not. If Amber B is there running, I don't know. But
that is true.
Amber
I think
B
Casey,
ain't even all that. But
don't get me started. I ain't gonna toot her horn too much, but she did win last season. But Casey is the strongest girl on paper this season. We don't know what these rookies are gonna do. It's a couple of rookies I'm excited to see. But from the vets of what's proven, Casey is the strongest girl. That's a great number 1 pick. You can't go wrong with it. You're gonna get a ton of points with Casey, I believe.
I'll be honest, if Amber was able to be picked, I could have been swayed to pick her first.
Never.
She better thank CT.
Yeah.
She need to give CT a 50% deposit on that cash.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If Amber makes it to a final, we know she can run and we know she'll give you a lead. But
she can't do math. So if there's a math problem,
she cannot do math.
She's not going to get past that station. So no.
Mm-mm. But we're not going to drag Amber B. It's not about Amber B.
Yeah, please.
Charles, who do you have at number 2?
My number 2 pick is from the Survivor franchise.
Oh, thank
but
you.
It's not the girl some of you may believe. I'm going to go with Emmy with my number 2 overall pick. I sat back and watched several of her one-on-one battles during her run on Survivor, and she's good under pressure. She knows how to clap back with that mouth, and she was a challenge, like literally a challenge beast. She won double-digit challenges on her own in her Survivor days. So Emmy is going to be my first woman off the board.
Well, I thank you for that. Because, halfway. I thank you for that because that leaves my number 2 left on the board. But I expected my number 2 to be gone. So Emmy was going to be my first pick. So I think that's a great pick. She's getting a lot of, from what I did watch, a lot of high praise. And she just has that go-getter, no fear face. And Emmy's the one with the blue hair, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like her. She raps. I didn't know, but I like her.
I think that's a good pick. I had her at number 7, though. She is getting a lot of good screen time on the trailers and some of the promos. We know she possibly goes into multiple eliminations, so that's some points there to get some wins, get some points there. So I think that was a good pick. I just had her at number 7 overall.
All right, Angie, the first double pick.
Okay, so I'm going with my number 2 pick on my paper. This is a lady who, she's a vet. She's good at daily challenges. She's good at eliminations. She does irritate me highly, but this isn't about irritation. This is about winning these points. I'm going with Tori.
Good pick.
Wow. Number 3.
I'm going with Tori, yeah.
Wow.
Because you have to go with experience. I have no clue who her partner is, but if she gets a great partner, they're going to get a lot of daily challenges. And she's just really strong. And if this Vets Alliance can hold tight, I don't see Tori seeing an elimination until she has to, get to the end and has to go in to win.
Oof. I had her at number 14 on my list.
Whoa.
Number 14.
Number 14?
I had number 14 on my
Whoa.
list. She couldn't handle 10 rookies last season. Now she's coming in with 19 rookies. Hopefully she knows the meaning of layup and not to say it this season. So
she did say she was
hopefully
scared.
She learned
did
her
say
lesson.
she was scared. And in the little clip, she was like, "I'm scared of these rookies." But she is a great
since I get
competitor.
to pick back to back, I'm gonna pick a scary rookie. Someone who looks like she's not scared of anyone. And I couldn't get Emmy, so I'm definitely gonna grab Berna. Berna also has that no fear in her eyes, and she has the muscles. She looks like she could rock with Casey if she wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and snatch her up and get me a nice, strong rookie because it's slim pickings when it comes back around to me the next time. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Berna. Where did you all have Berna? Am I still reaching? I don't know.
6. Berna was number 6 on my list. She is physically strong, but the way Amanda was talking about how she hates Berna, that tells me that Amanda's probably going to rally the troops to get Berna out early. Yeah. So
I had her at number 9. I think coming from Turkey Survivor, I think I have high hopes to see what she could do on the season, especially after what Turbo was able to do on the challenge, and then they played together. She looks fantastic physically, and I think she could definitely raise some hell in the game. I hope her and Turbo can be together on the challenge and work together on the challenge sometime in the future. I worried because we didn't see her a lot in the promos or anything. And there was a point on the Instagram where she mentioned, like, I was here for this shoot and they didn't use any of her clips. So that to me was like, oh, that's weird. So that's the only reason why I have her lower. If she was in any of the promos, she would have been like probably top 4 in my picks.
I think that's why I liked Berna so much, because I said, oh, she's from Turkey with Turbo. And I saw what Turbo came in to do his rookie season. I said, I want the Turkey girl on my team. I put a star by Berna's name. I knew I put a star by her name for some reason. Okay, so who's second? Charles, who do you have next?
Ooh, so this one, I'm really tied between 2 women. Yikes. So with this pick, I'm going to take Priscilla. Priscilla is going to be my next pick. She's number 5 on my list. I picked Priscilla. I didn't watch her original show. I don't even know what show she comes from.
I think it was Love Island UK.
Love Island UK Series 6.
One of those. But she has a long, athletic body to me. I know a lot of girls here in North Carolina that are kind of shaped like her, that play like volleyball and stuff. So I was like, maybe she will match up really well with a guy and win a lot of challenges. So I'm kind of betting on Priscilla getting with a good guy, maybe a Kales or somebody, and win a bunch of challenges. So that's my hope. Oh,
she has fans. Everyone loves Priscilla. I I don't watch Love Island UK, and I think this is my very first season even watching Love Island US, so I'm not familiar with her at all. But she was definitely at the bottom of my list. But of all of the ladies who I don't like, she was at the top of them. She was number 12.
The
Well,
shade.
I don't want to say don't like. I want to say don't know. All of the ladies I don't know, she was at the top of the list. She was
I
number
have a lot of
12.
hope for her because of her stature, the fact that she watches the show. She's actually seen the show before she was called. So I'm like, okay, I got some hope for her. And then Kyle was like, I was really trying to get her into an alliance, a UK alliance. So maybe she does do well, and the guys are trying to pull at her and get her to work with them. So we'll see.
I'll be honest, you need to. This season of Love Island US is so boring. Please stop watching and go onto Hulu and watch Series 6, which has Priscilla. Every UK season of Love Island is way better than any season of US. I loved her on Love Island UK. She was amazing. And she and Mike got like 4th place, I believe, on that season. And they got dumped right before the finals. Absolutely heartbreaking. I love Priscilla. I just don't know how she's going to do in the challenge, but I would love to see her come back for more seasons because it looks like her and Kels are like have a connection and they're ready to like burn the house down, which is like give that a couple more seasons, let that like fester in there and like let's do it. Let's bring this in, please.
Her and a Davon come together. Oh my god.
Oh, and Cam.
You know, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Those 3, yes.
And bring the rookies back. Like, don't do season 38 with a whole new list of 19 rookies. Like, let us start to like some of the people you keep bringing in. Like, don't keep putting it all fresh. But I am going on a long car ride tomorrow, if you all didn't know. I'm dropping my son off at college this weekend, so I'm a little bit emotional on the inside. But since it is a 9-hour car ride, I will be looking at Love Island UK.
Please do.
What do you say, Series 6? I will be checking that out. I will need something to do on this car ride. Okay, so who's next? Drew, it's time for your double picks.
It's my double picks this time. I'm trying to think of who I want to pick. You know what? I'm gonna pull the trigger. Charles called me out on Twitter, and I was like, I couldn't deny that I was gonna pick Casey at number 1, but I'll be danged if I don't get Tatcha.
I'm just gonna write it
with
down.
my pick. So I'm picking Tatcha. The Titans have been very, very blessed and have brought me in to the Titan circle, and I love the Titans. I want to see what Tatcha can do. I'm excited. I got to talk to a lot of Titans. I talked to a YouTuber from Nigeria, and she was giving me some insides on how Tatcha and Esther was in their season of Big Brother. So I don't know. I'm hoping that there is a Big Brother alliance and Tatcha can come in and let's go. I'm excited. She's one rookie that I'm highly anticipating to watch on my TV screen.
Yeah. I agree. You got me into her when you did your very first breakdown of the cast. I was like, let me check out this Tatcha girl. I love her fashion. I saw little clips of Big Brother Nigeria. They need to put that on Hulu so I can watch that.
Yeah.
Because that season looked amazing. And just from what I saw of her on this last Super trailer, just her presence and the way she carries herself, like I already like her. Like I might have to go hit follow on Twitter. I don't think I hit follow yet, but I already like her. So that is a great pick. I don't know how she is competitively. I don't know if she can do all of the daily challenges, but just her presence is strong. What did you have, Charles?
I tried to play Big Brother outside the Big Brother house, and hopefully I tried to trick him into picking her first because I wanted Casey, but it didn't work. So Tatcha on my list is number 12. I was never really looking to pick her, and I think it comes more from the trailers. The trailers pushed me away from her. The fact that we see her in an elimination screaming, I think that was her maybe beating one of the really bad girls. So I think she might win an elimination early, but I do think she's going to go home because we see her paired up with Jeremiah, and then we see Jeremiah with Big T. So it's like, did Tasha go home and be replaced by Big T? Who knows? I don't know. So
That's very analytical. I didn't even think of that.
I was thinking maybe
Okay.
Big T won and she won Jeremiah. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in this game. I mean, I feel like there may be some double agents happening where they can switch partners. You never know, though. But
Yeah.
I had to pick Tatcha. Had
I'm
to.
hoping for a lot of twists and turns this season. Like if we're gonna be spying and lying and allying, whatever the words are, I want to see. I want to see it. I want to see some snake moves, and I want to see some twists and turns to the game. I think on you again, Drew.
Yes. And I'm going to pick. I'm actually going to pick my number 2 rank. And I think this is more just personal bias than anything. But anyways, I'm picking Big T. I love Big T. She made it very far last season. And I think she's coming in. And I don't know. She's going to be friendly and sociable with everybody. She's going to be in the Vet Alliance. I feel like she can maybe bridge the gap with the vets and the international players. And I don't know. I think this could be like Big T's breakout season. I think last season she did well. And I think this season she's just going to carry that confidence into this season. And I want to see what she can do. So I'm definitely picking Big T.
That was definitely a reach. You could have waited a couple of rounds and still got Big T.
Give me that Big T.
I don't dislike Big T, but it's something about her that it gives me the Josh vibes. Like it irritates me. But I'm gonna say something nice. The editors love Big T. So you're gonna get every point that we have on our board. The editors are gonna make sure they show if Big T is in an argument, if she decides to kiss someone, if she instigates something and leads a vote, we're gonna see everything that Big T does. So we're gonna see the points if Big T is doing anything in this house. So on a points basis, yes, but I don't see Big T winning anything unless it's swimming. We know she can swim.
I don't see her getting you any points in that either, because I feel like the confessionals, just because you're in the confessionals a lot, to me that shouldn't get you any points. I think if you are in that deliberation room with everybody and you speak up to get a vote changed, that's the person that should get credit, not somebody back in the closet talking to the producers.
But she got credit for that last season. And last season, I didn't really personally think she led votes, but the editors made it seem like she was rallying votes, like she got her partner. I'm going to say his name wrong. Is it Josiah? Jacob?
Jordan? What?
Joseph.
Joseph
Allen.
They made it seem like she got Joseph into the elimination when he really volunteered himself. The editors give Big T credit for things, so I think he will get points for that.
I mean, she rallied the rookie girls. She took them under the wings and then pushed them to throw in Tori against Anissa. So I mean, Big T needs some credit.
She was 11 on my list above Tasha.
Big T was 14. She was almost in the pool.
So where I had Tori, you had Big T. Is what I'm hearing.
I can't believe Tori was at 14. But yes.
We just have our rankings different.
I feel like you know something sense. I don't know.
Maybe it's just personal biases at play right here.
Is it my turn?
Let's see what she says. They said Big T is gonna make an alliance with the rookie girls again. Oh, that was kind of shady. I didn't want to put the shady one, but I do think Big T will.
But you don't get points for being in an alliance.
No,
just being in an alliance don't give you points.
I think Big T will make it far. I think she will make it far in the season. So let's give Big T a little bit of love. Charles, your turn. I'm crossing my fingers, but I got a couple of picks. You can't pick everybody. So who you
pick? Since we're picking people at the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and take Anissa. Anissa's my next pick.
Never.
Anissa, no, without sleeping on her, we know she's gonna get injured, but I think Anissa of like last season, she can get you 1, 2 daily challenge wins, 3, 4 even before she gets taken out. Um, and
She
then
could.
if she gets replaced by Amber B, then I'll have Amber B on my team. So you know,
I had Anissa at 10, and next to Anissa, I'll show you my paper just to be fair. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna show that part. It says Amber B replace Amber B. So I had Anissa on my paper at 10 only because I'm like she's gonna be the one that Amber
she's
replaces.
number
So
number eight, number 8 on mine. What about
you
yours? Jen?
you all left me a lot of good picks. I'm excited about this. Where did you have Anissa, Drew?
I mean, I had her hand in hand with her best friend Tori at number 15. So I
Oh my
had
Ooh,
14
god.
and 15 down there. I had the Challenge Official podcast down at the bottom of my list.
shady.
I don't mean to be shady, but she's in a
Okay.
sling at one point in the thing. So I'm just like, I don't want
Right.
to bank that her leaving and then Amber B coming in is a definite. So I just don't.
Right, because
I'm not gonna do it.
we don't know. And since you want to analyze Charles, we did see Amber B comes in early, and we've seen Anissa in multiple challenges. So we don't know for sure that Amber B replaces
Either
Anissa.
way, Anissa's good in daily challenges. Y'all can't take that from her. Anissa won a lot of daily challenges last season. So
Not if they have to run a half a mile. She not.
they don't do that every. She won the very first daily last season. So let's not
That is
sleep
And
true.
that was
on
light bright.
Anissa.
That was light bright. But this first challenge, they're gonna have to do some running. And so she's not winning that. Okay,
Anissa's
but no
on my.
shade. No shade. You have Anissa. Okay. It's up to me. I'm so excited because so many good people are still on my list, and I think I'm just gonna pick them right in order. So at number five on my list, I had Ashley Millionaire Mitchell. If for so many rounds to go by and Ashley is still there, Ashley is the one who can win you some daily challenges. Ashley can go into an elimination. She's not scared of anyone. She can win elimination. The only thing about Ashley is because she stole that money from Hunter and because she has
She
a big
didn't
mouth,
steal it.
she didn't steal it. She just chose to take it. It was her choice and she chose to take it. But for those reasons, people like to target her and throw her in and be like, well, you got $1 million and go on.
Yeah,
You can go home.
that's true.
That's the only bad thing about Ashley. But I know Ashley is there to compete and Ashley is there to make TV. So she is definitely going to be in the drama. So thank you all. Where did you all have Ashley?
Number 5. I had her at
7.
number 5.
Number 5 for me too.
Number
Yeah.
7.
What about you,
That's
Charles?
This is a really good pick.
7.
7. Okay, well, I'm gonna go right to my number 6 pick, and I'm definitely gonna snatch her up because Drew already took Tatcha. So I have to get the other Nigerian queen off of the board, which is Esther. Esther looks like a competitor. She looks like she's there for the TV show. And by that, I mean to give me good TV. She gave me good fashions with Tatcha, even though fashions don't count for anything. I'm here for Esther. I'm here for our big brother, Nigeria. I have to snatch her up before, because I guess I come back around. By the time we come back around, I don't know
You
who
get
will be
your.
left. So I can't risk that she'll be gone. So I'm going to get Esther.
This is your fourth girl. The fourth.
Yes.
Okay.
So I only have one more pick left.
Of the 2 Nigerian women, Esther is my preferred. I had her at number 10. Um, I would have taken her too. Maybe not this pick, but with my 5th pick, I would have picked her. Um, yeah, I think it's a great choice.
Yeah, I think it's a solid pick. We do see her in the trailers and the super trailers. She gets talked about in the live aftermath, and we see her getting into a fight with Amber, throwing a drink on her. So you're definitely going to get a point with her.
I did not see that.
Yeah, that's in the super
Oh,
trailer. So there is going to be some tensions running high. I think it's a good pick. I had her at number 8 on my list.
And we see
and
her in her
another,
cornrows pulling the rope. She was getting it.
yeah,
So
we don't know what she's doing with that rope. But from the rumored pairings that I've saw, every one of them said that she, I think, was paired with CT or Fessy, one of those. And if she's paired with one of them in the beginning, she's getting daily wins for sure.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sit back around and see who's left. Charles, who do you have next?
So, who? Y'all have to stick with
Why
me
don't you
with
go
my
ahead
explanation.
and get this person?
Whoa, no, definitely not. So, my next pick is between two women from Survivor. Okay, so I'm really thinking between two different women, and we see them go head to head in an elimination.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pick the person that I believe is going to win that elimination because they are paired up with a bigger man. We see them doing the competition that CT and Bananas did, where Bananas was the backpack and CT
Mm-hmm.
carried him across, but they're doing it as pairs. So it was Michaela and Renan versus Michelle and some big guy. It was either Kels or Corey L.
It was
But
Coriel.
Corey L. And I don't think Renan and Michaela would beat the other two. So I'm going to take Michelle as
Michelle.
my next pick. And she's going to smooch it up with Emmanuel.
Manuel, that's gonna be great. I can't wait to see that.
So there's some points right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, solid pick. I mean, there is points where she is saying that she wants to burn the house down. So I think she's coming in wanting to compete,
Shake it
which is
up, yes.
I'm very excited. And again, I've been wanting Michelle and Michaela on the challenge for ever since Jay was debuted on it. And yeah, I just hate that they're going against each other in an
Me
elimination.
too.
So it really sucks because we wait so long to see them on the show, and then all of a sudden they're getting thrown in against each other, and you're like, well, one of them has to go. Like they can't both
Right.
stay, which sucks. But
I wish we didn't see that in the trailer, but
I wish we didn't either because on my paper I had Michaela before Michelle, and you know I love
mhm.
Michaela. Love Michaela. But I agree with what you said, Charles. When I saw she was partnered with Brennan, I said, why they do my girl like that? And I agree with your pick. I think Michelle will last longer in the game, but Michaela is the person I'm most excited to see this season. I love Michaela from
yeah.
Survivor. Okay, it's time for Drew's double. Who do you have first, Drew?
All right, I'm going to talk about somebody who is coming back to the show this season after a while of being away, and that's going to be Amanda. She's coming in. She is looking to win. I really liked her tagline in the super trailer at one point, saying that she hates hookups, even though she's going to kiss Fessy at some point. But she said she hates hookups. She's here to start fights, get people riled up, and win some money, which is like, yes, yes, and more, yes. She was on the live aftermath and she's on the poster. So to me, that's a really good sign. Also, Ashley is here, so she has some friends in the game. I'm just
Yes,
wanting Amanda to play her game, though. Don't sacrifice yourself for
for
Ashley
Ashley.
this season. Please don't do it. Like, just play your own game, get that bag, and hopefully you make it to the finals.
And I think Amanda is good, especially if she's with a good partner. We've seen when she was with Zach that season, they did really good as a partner. More than Amanda having a friend there, Amanda doesn't have enemies there. So I think that's
That's
what's going to
true.
help Amanda in this game. That's a great pick. Where did you have Amanda, Charles?
Amanda is number 16 on my list of
Whoa.
women. I would have never picked
Oh,
her.
so she's in the pool.
Yeah. Um, Amanda has a horrible, horrible attitude. And speaking of her and Kyle, they always fought in every challenge. And she was the type of partner that would be willing to throw the challenge if you made her mad. If she felt
Yeah.
rushed, she would throw the challenge. Um, she may get a point for kissing Fessy, but I don't see her winning any one-on-ones or any. And if she's with Kyle, girl, bye. They're not beating nobody in no 2-on-2.
You don't know
I don't.
that.
I don't see it.
Remember, it's
I don't
first,
see
second,
her,
and
Kyle.
third. It's three positions. I can see her and Kyle coming in a 1 through 3.
No, I'm talking about eliminations. If they get into elimination
Oh,
versus
eliminations.
Fessy and
Oh,
somebody or Esther and somebody, I don't see them winning in no elimination.
Amanda's gonna get points for the drama in the fights.
Yeah. And Berna hates her. Well, she hates Berna. I don't know if it's back and forth or it's just a one-way hate streak. But she cannot stand Berna. So that might be her nemesis, I guess, this season.
Well, I want to know why. Drew, who do you have next? Your
Man,
last
there's
female
definitely
of
some
the
personal
evening.
bias going on here. I think with my rankings and now with Charles's rankings. I mean, 16 is rough. I mean, we don't even see
Right.
a lot of these competitors in some of the trailers or in promos or anything, and you got some of those people up higher than Amanda. I don't
There's
know.
only one person below her.
I know
Yeah.
that's crazy in my opinion because I had her at number 3.
Whoa. Whoa.
Amanda.
Whoa. Not number 3. Whoa.
I had her at number 3, and I'm gonna go with. I want to say the only other veteran that's on here, and I'm gonna go with Nani. Luckily, there's no skull twist this season. We do see her making out quite a bit, and she's the one really pushing the all vets alliance to stick together. And so I'm really thinking that she's really pushing herself. And if she's making out with Casey, then she has some protection there with Casey, with Josh, with CT, Corey, with a lot of the vets. So I'm bagging on, again, I'm really putting a lot of hope into this vets alliance. And I'm hoping she doesn't see an elimination and she's going to pull a free agents where she just makes it to the finals and don't have to worry about it.
I can see that
Nani,
happening for Nani.
Yeah. She's really good. She's a good partner. Like one of the best female partners. Like if you get her with a guy that can give her a little direction or let's run, let's do this, she's a great female partner. I had her right below Tatcha. I had her at number 13. But I think she is a great number 5 pick because she's your 5th girl. So
yeah. Also, she's the Facebook or she's the Twitter profile picture for the challenge. She's on the poster. She's everywhere. Like she was also featured heavily in the live aftermath. So I'm putting a lot of hope and faith in those promos and stuff and how much we're seeing of her because she's been on the show for 10 seasons. This is her 11th season and she hasn't gotten this treatment at all until this moment right here. So I don't know. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm banking on it.
Okay, Charles, you rolling with?
My very last pick, I'm gonna pick Michaela. The other girls are like my numbers 14, 15, and 17. So I'm just gonna take Michaela. I have Michaela overall at number individually for the ladies. She's number 4 for me, but because of the trailer, I wasn't going to pick her, but I'm going to take her now since she's still here. I didn't want those other women, so Michaela is rolling on my team.
Well, I've already said how much I love Michaela for the same reason she kind of dropped on my list because was she even in the trailer outside of that elimination?
We saw her in the entrance and elimination. No challenges.
But
I love you, Michaela, girl.
Yeah, I just that super trailer really just like I feel like done her dirty by showing like that's it. Like we see her in the elimination and walking in. So I have a really sad feeling in the pit of my stomach that that's all that she made it to one episode, which sucks.
Yeah,
it absolutely sucks.
She can't go home first. Like she has to be in more than one episode. That would be a waste of even asking her to come on the show.
Yeah.
I want to see her compete. I have the last pick, and there's Bettina, Tracy, and Lauren. I have no clue who any of these ladies are.
Girl, it's a toss up. It's
And the chat, I'm just gonna go with the chat because I don't know if they're being shady or if they're really encouraging me, but they say they see Bettina more than Michaela. They're like, kiss my cheeks, please pick Bettina. So
Yes.
I'm gonna roll with you all because I don't know who Lauren and Tracy are. And Bettina is like Charles said, a toss up. So girl, we gonna ride it out. Let me see what you can do. They said they saw you in the trailer, so you must have been kissing or arguing or doing something. So let's go, Bettina.
She was jogging
This
through a field, just running like this.
Drew, can you tell me who Bettina is? Like, I don't even remember what show she came from.
She's from Paradise Hotel, and then she also did. I think she played that twice, and then she also was on X on the Beach in her country as well. We do see her in the promo. She's talking about how she never watched the challenge before being put on the cast for it, but when she was in quarantine or something to that effect, or got like interest from it, she said she watched the last 3 seasons and she absolutely loved it. And we see her in the trailer. We see her in the super trailer. I think she gets partnered up with Corey in the beginning, and we do see her in some of the challenges. So I was gonna be like, hey, pick Bettina. I would have been happy to pick Bettina if any of the picks that I weren't able to get were, and she was there. I would have for sure picked Bettina at my 4th or 5th pick if I couldn't get the ones that I had.
Okay, so that leaves Tracy and Lauren in the pool. And again, the pool is leftover people where if your person gets injured or disqualified or sent home for whatever reason and they are not replaced by someone, you can go into the pool and pick Tracy or Lauren. So those are the two we have left over. I feel confident with my team, you guys. You know,
Me
I won
too.
it last year, so let's go for a repeat.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel good. Like I'm feel good personally, where I'm happy to root for all of my players. Like
Everyone.
I think there was some that I ranked lower because I wasn't wanting to pick them because I knew I didn't really want to like root for them at the bottom of my list.
I can
So
understand that. I can understand that thought process. Um, Anything else you want to say about just the challenge in general before we sign off? I will say the super trailer got me super excited. Like I'm just to see what this game is going to do and really get to know a lot of these people that I don't really know. A lot of these new rookies. Any final thoughts about the challenge 37? It starts. What do we have? 6 days next Wednesday.
Wednesday is the first episode, but when looking at the TV schedule, it says Monday, August 9th at 8 p.m. There's that global activation where they have that episode 0 where everybody just walks into the house and they're going to take the time to like get to know everybody. And then at the end of the episode, they're going to ship them off to the challenge. So that way episode 1 starts off with the action, which I
That's
think is
great.
perfect. Which I think is
Mhm.
perfect. Like you said, the super trailer was awesome. I'm just hoping that they show us everything that they showed us. Like all the
Yes.
fights, all the makeouts, everything. Give us everything, please. Because I think last season they showed some of the makeouts and then they took them all out, which I understand there were some outstanding issues with the COVID and pandemic, and they were trying to like re-edit some of the shots to make it seem something else. But this season, come on, listen to the fans, listen to us. We want to see all that. Keep it in there. Don't like tantalize us by being like, oh, look at this 3-minute trailer and then have none of it in the show. I
Right.
want to
None
see
of it in
all
the
of it
show.
because that super trailer was awesome. So if it's as hype as the super trailer makes it out to be, this season's going to be awesome. And that's what I'm hoping for.
I agree. And I want, since there's so many new Big Brother, new Survivor players, I want to see more strategy and I want to see more shifts in the game. Not we're just gonna follow this process of voting people into elimination. Like I want to see strategies and things like that. Did anyone in the chat have any questions before we log off? We have one from Anthony. Do you think the season will be better than last season? I don't know. I really enjoyed last season, so I'm gonna enjoy them probably equally. What do you all think?
I hope that it's a little bit less predictable. Like, I hope that it is fun. I just from having being in a warmer climate, I think is going to be a lot brighter. And I think a lot of the daily challenges are going to feel less serious, which is what I want. I want it to be a little bit more lighter, get that old school challenge feel where they're just doing some fun stuff over water or doing some fun stuff running through the woods or whatever, and no more snow for a while.
Agreed. I'm tired of the snow. Are you all gonna miss the skulls? Are you gonna enjoy it if someone gets all the way to the end, not seeing elimination because the skull twist is gone?
Charles?
I like the skulls. I like the fact that people had to go in and prove themselves because that also brought a level of strategy on an individual basis. Like, how good am I? When can I show up? Is it who in here can I beat? This season, since we kind of already know the vets are going to all work together to get the rookies out, I really feel like it's going to be very predictable for the first half of the season. I feel like for the first half of the season, we're just going to see like I think they're going to first go after the Survivor US players, try to get them out, and then try to get maybe the Nigerian players out, and then we're going to just be waiting for the vets to eventually have to do something. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I feel that if the vets are actually smart enough to work together for a long period of time, it could make for a boring first half of the season.
I'm actually like conflicted really because I've been very critical of the skull twist, but I think it's because the last few seasons it wasn't executed well. Like we wanted a purge, we wanted people not to wait so long to be going in and then everybody has a shot. And then coming into this season, I just feel like I'm happy that there's no skull twist because it was not executed well in those last two seasons, but if anything, I feel like maybe this season would have been the best chance for the skull twist to actually work out because there's so many players and there's so many rookies that it gives a lot of maybe say the Nannies and Big T's that may not be the most physical to go in there and possibly get a skull and then hold on to it because they have a lot more help with the vets. And then if they do get their skulls, by episode whatever, there's still going to be like 10 people left in the game that don't have a skull, and they could just purge them out of the game if they waited so long, and it could have been a huge blindside. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of like conflicted in that realm that I'll be thinking of the skull twist throughout the season going like, well, how would have it worked out? Would have it been like 10 players left? Would there have been a huge purge of 8 people or 6 people that just kind of waited going like, we'll get our turn. Everybody gets a turn. Nope, you get kicked out. I think that's what we've been waiting for, never got it. And now this is like the perfect opportunity and we're not going to get it. So I don't know. It's weird.
I agree. I think this would have been a great season for the skull. But I think what ruined it last season is so many people got hurt and had to go home. And so they were at a disadvantage of that. So
yeah, I had like
hopefully
6
we won't have so many
years on my
injuries
team.
this season. Oh, we aren't gonna get Charles started on last season's team.
My girl Natalie went out.
But that's everything that I have. I appreciate you all coming over tonight. And if you all don't know, we usually do about 3 episodes and then we get together and talk about our fantasy teams and talk about the episodes and just have a good time with the challenge. And we do it about every 3 episodes. We don't do it every week because we want to get a good opportunity for the points to accumulate and see what's going on. with the challenge. So please feel free to join us. We will announce when we go live again to talk about the challenge. Drew, a lot of your people just came in. They're giving you some good shout outs.
Hey.
I'm not reading all of these, so I'm hoping none of them are shade. Um, Tell him Big Grizz says what's up. So
Oh yeah, Big Grizz. I see him all the time in the comment section.
I don't read the really long ones, so I was like, I hope it's not shady at the end.
But yeah,
But
thank you for having us. Thank you for doing it
thank
again
you
on
for
your
being
channel.
here. This is a great birthday present to sit and talk about one of my favorite reality competition shows. So thank you all for joining me tonight, and I can't wait for this season to get started.
Yeah, last season was so much fun with this fantasy like implemented. So I'm definitely excited to see how all our teams do, see how these new points are added up, and then getting to be able to talk about it periodically throughout the season is going to be super, super fun.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
every 3 episodes is good since there's so many different point columns. We can't wait too long because then we're gonna have to through the video have to keep going through so many
Right.
different points for every episode. So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
Yeah, someone was just saying we should do it more often because it's a good vibe. But I think for that reason, we do it every three is so we aren't talking about the same points over and over. We let them accumulate and we can have a really good time discussing it. So we definitely will be back. We will announce when we come back. And someone is already ready for Survivor. We haven't even saw the first episode of the challenge yet. So
I mean,
I
it's been
am
a
ready
long
for
time since
Survivor too.
Survivor.
It has been a
So
really long time, and I can't wait for that to come back too. But we're going to end it there. Everyone, please shout out where they can find you. I know Charles by heart. Drew, I apologize. I don't know all of your platforms by heart. Do you want to shout them out?
sure. I'm at Drew Angelman on both Twitter and Instagram, and you can see me on Angelcake Entertainment on YouTube, where I talk about mainly the challenge. So definitely hit me up there.
And you do a great job. I haven't seen anyone break down a super trailer or any trailer the way that you do. Like the way you can say, "Oh, this helmet looks like Emmy," and I'm like, "Where?" All I see is fuzz, but you made out Emmy. So you do it great. Charles, you want me to shout you out since I memorized yours, or do you want to shout yours out?
Go ahead, girl. Give me the spotlight. I'm ready.
Okay. So Charles, watch me get it wrong. Charles Warren Online is
My YouTube.
YouTube, and the Charles Warren is Instagram. And please check out Charles Warren Presents for his all natural body healing products. I use that ginger vapor rub on my muscles after every Zumba class. It's amazing. And everywhere you can find me is Kiss My Cheeks TV. That's Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you all so much for coming over and watching. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to get this season started and let the smack talking begin.
Yes. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to Kiss My
Yes,
Cheeks. So we'll be back.
please
We'll be back.
subscribe and we will be back. Y'all have a good night. Bye.